Hey, this is Brother Jeff with eLearning Brothers, and I'm going to walk you through how to get started with the new Speedway storyline game. Now, before I show you how to build this interaction inside of storyline, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how the learner will interact with this interaction here inside of any storyline course. So you'll notice as soon as we come to the Speedway game, it gives us a little logo. You can hit continue, as well as gives us some instructions. So you can see the instruction header, instruction text as well, and then from here you can hit start, and then it goes right into your questions. And so the first question I have, here's my question header, my question text. If you as the developer want to add some images, you can add that as well. And then we have a digital speedometer. Now the point of the game is to get the speedometer up as high as possible. And in this case, if we get a question correct, it will increase that. If we get a question incorrect, it will not increase it at all. It'll stay where it's at. So in this case, if I go ahead and answer correct, you'll notice a race car drives by real quick and my speedometer has increased there. So if I hit continue and I get the next answer incorrect, you'll see a red X, and then you'll hear an engine trying to start that doesn't start. And it gives me my incorrect feedback there as well. And that's pretty much it. As I go throughout here and I've answered all my questions, it'll show me the results page at the end. But let's go ahead and take a look how to build this inside of Storyline. So if I right click and go to New Slide, it will become a drop down box inside of your Storyline templates. And if you select that and then go ahead and hit Import, it will import this Storyline game inside of your course, wherever you may have it at this point. If you've inserted it as a slide, or if you insert it as a new scene or anything like that. But as soon as it pulls up here, you'll notice the red text on the left hand side. This is instructions on how to get started, and it talks about two different variables that you can change within the Speedway game. Now the Speedway game has Speedway number of questions that you want to ask, and then also Speedway add points per right question. This is how many points will get added, and this is how much the speedometer will actually increase as they get a correct question. Now the way that you change those variables is the same way that you change all variables inside of Storyline. You can access the Storyline variables by coming over to the right hand side and clicking on the X button, and then it will pop open with the different variables available to change. The first one is Speedway add points per right question, and the second one is Speedway number of questions. Now you can see add points per right questions is defaulted at 10, number of questions is defaulted at 20. That's the maximum amount of questions that you can have for this game. If you wanted to change it to 10, just go ahead and type in 10. Now when you're filling out the questions in the text, you only need to go up to question 10. You don't need to go beyond that. And then the other variables that start with the letter Z, we recommend that you don't change those, or else your game may not function correctly. So just keep that in mind as you're going through the game, not to change those variables that start with the letter Z. So from here, all I have to do is go up to the next layer in my slide layers, and this way I see my instructions. I can come over and just fill out some instruction, the header, fill out some instruction text as well. And that's pretty much it. I can add on other images or whatever I want here. And then I can go on to question 1. Now question 1 allows me to add my question 1 text as well as my question 1 itself. It's the header and then the actual question. And then from here I can go in and just fill out my different responses. So if I wanted to have different choices for each of them, I can go ahead and fill those out right here. I can move one off the stage if I don't want 4 possible choices. Whatever I wanted to do here, I can do that. Now the way that you choose which answer is correct, let's say option A is not going to be the correct answer anymore. I'm actually going to have option B be the correct answer. So in order to change that, you come over to the triggers on the right hand side and select the drop down box to where it says question 1 correct. You want to change that to question 1 incorrect, because this is going to go to the incorrect slide instead of the correct slide. And then from here I go to question 1 correct, because option 2 or option B is going to be correct. And that way it adds on the points, and everything functions correct if I'm linking to that correct instead of incorrect. And that's pretty much all I have to do. So from here, besides changing out my text, I can come to my correct response, fill out the correct label as well as the correct response text, and then come up to my incorrect and do the same thing here. Fill out the incorrect label and then the incorrect text, and then go on to question 2. That's pretty much it. At this point, I can kind of jump up to, after I filled out all my different questions, I can jump up to the final results slide, and I can come in here and add my congratulations header as well as my congratulations text, and then modify anything if I want to. You can see here that the race car will actually pull in at the end, or you can add other images or whatever you want to at this point. But that's how you get started with the new Storyline Speedway game. All you have to do is download it and start filling out the text, and then it will work properly inside of your course. And then you can start adding on other slides inside of your Storyline game.